It's Loving the Strange with Carrie Jones and Shaun. Loving the Strange, a podcast for weirdos and those who want to be weirder. Embrace the strange. New episodes every Saturday, live streaming Fridays. Loving the Strange. Check us out. Hey, welcome to Loving the Strange. And
what's up, baby?
Tonight should be an interesting podcast for the two of us because A, we're totally unprepared.
We haven't been here for 3 weeks.
And we haven't been here for 3 weeks, and Shaun's making intriguing faces.
I was just showing off my teeth.
Look, he has all his teeth still. Yay, Shauny!
Not all of them. I got a couple of fake ones in there.
You do?
Yeah, I got like a 3. Remember, I got like a permanent. They don't say permanent in oral dentistry, but I have a crown, like a bridge.
What?
So I have a fake tooth that's attached to a tooth on each side of it. So in my world, that's like 2 fake teeth.
No, that's only one fake.
Yeah, but you got a little bit of each one hanging on.
I'd like to tell you, honey, that despite the fact that happened in the last year, I totally repressed that happened. Like in my head.
That's because it costs us thousands of dollars. Same as yours.
Hello. Welcome to Loving the Strange. If you'd like to give us $1 to take care of Shaun's dental work, please do.
Carrie's too.
Mine was like a big old deal.
Yeah, like $7,000 worth of big old deal.
Mine. I had a cavity in a tooth, apparently, despite the fact that I floss and brush every day. Totally not about fetishes, and I apologize.
It was her I can't tell you what it was her fetish for, but it made her tooth a little rotten.
He's lying. Anyways, so my tooth, like a few years ago, got a cavity, and my dentist was like, "Oh no, you have a cavity. You have to get a root canal." But then, because we live in such a rural area, they couldn't schedule the root canal for months and months.
That's how mine was too.
And months. And so by the time I got to the root canal place, they were like, "Oh, we will try to save this tooth, but we probably cannot save this tooth." And so they did this procedure and like put a cap on my tooth. And they're like, "Hopefully it'll be okay." It wasn't okay. And I was in a conference, being an important conference person and a speaker at this conference, thousands of people in another country, right? And we go out to dinner, and my tooth freaking breaks in the middle of dinner. I'm like, "We're so big in my mouth." And it was my tooth, my broken tooth fell apart in my mouth. And I then frantically called our dentist at home, and she was so lovely. And she's like, "Baby, you're not going to die. You hold on. You hold on until you get here." And I got there, and she was like, "Yeah, your tooth, there's no saving this damn tooth." And so then I had to go get surgery in the middle of COVID, because by then it was the middle of COVID, and now I have a fake tooth. Fetish. I'll do anything to not talk about fetish. I will, like, legit. I'll be like, "What else can dogs? You want to talk about dogs? Toothpaste? I'll talk about toothpaste. I don't want to talk about."
That was the longest sidebar ever. If you were an attorney, a judge would have thrown you out of his court.
No, he wouldn't, because I would have batted my eyelashes at him and been really cute, and he would have been like, "Oh, poor Carrie."
That's
Joe Pagan said fake teeth are hot.
Yeah, when you can take both sets out at once and then, oh, never mind.
I think maybe when you're over 50,
Baby, guess what?
What?
You over 50.
I am not over 50. Anyways.
You just had a birthday, baby.
I am, and I'm now officially 28. You can tell by my skin.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Anyways. Holy fuck.
Language!
What?
Language! You already swore, bud.
Oh, well, then it doesn't matter. That's what I was working. Guess, counting.
All right, so anyways, Shaun wanted this podcast, our first one back after an elongated
3 weeks. 3 weeks.
stay away. To
3.
be about something I totally don't want to talk about, which is, of course, fetishes. Why don't I want to talk about fetishes? As Christine Allard, who said good evening. Sorry, Christine, I totally failed to say your married name. Shaun, stop. As Christine Allard Bristol of my childhood would know, I am an uptight person from New Hampshire. Not everybody from New Hampshire is uptight, but I am, and I do not want to talk about fetishes.
Let me tell you how uptight she is. 2 nights ago.
I don't know if this is a good story to share, Shaun.
It's not.
How about we not?
We don't.
I don't.
Because I love you, babe.
I don't know what that story actually is because I repressed that too. Abby said, OMG, Carrie, this kind of sort of happened to me before. How do I say that word? Shadaquit? And conference. Front tooth at the gum line. Oh, mine was a deep molar. Oh, I'm so sorry, Aggie.
Yeah, you couldn't even see yours.
No.
Without looking super hard.
But I would like smile like only halfway because I was so worried that he will see deep. I guess my thing was close. All right, Shaun, stop yawning because you're not allowed to yawn during your own podcast. And let us talk about fetishes.
Fetishes?
Why did you choose this topic, baby? Was it just to torment me?
No, it wasn't just torment. Partly. But also because it was the first thing that came to mind while I was trying to figure it out. So you didn't have to because you're just a poor, overworked, beautiful, sexy woman.
I am overworked, though.
So, my first word, these are all like scientific words for fetishes.
Okay.
So, this one is actiristy, ACTIRASTY. And that's an arousal to the sun's rays.
What?
And that may seem a little odd, but I do know somebody who is particularly randy in the springtime.
Is that Suki Stackhouse from the True Blood?
Yeah, her too. But that would lead me to a direct correlation with an arousal to the sun's rays. Springtime, more sun. Outside, blanket, arousal.
So you're saying that there's a fetish where people are more excited because of the warmth of the sun?
The sun's rays, it says, I don't know if that's the brightness or the warmth or the ultraviolet quality that comes through.
Oh, man.
That's right. Tell me, what is it for you, baby?
What? How about I talk about? There's a beautiful article that's scientific and much better than us from Everyday on ABC about fetishes.
I'm just kidding.
About fetishes. And it talks about exactly what is a fetish. And I think that maybe prior to us talking about this on Facebook, in which we're going to probably get banned, because Shaun already said the F word, a fetish is, according to ABC, quote, a fetish involves arousal to an an inanimate object or a specific target. According to Dr. Ashton, not related to Kim Ashton from my childhood, usually a body that's not a genital or an object, end quote. The article goes on to say, as opposed to a preference for something, like you might prefer to have clean sheets, you might prefer to have some ice cream, maybe it's chocolate ice cream. A fetish implies this really strong connection to sexual arousal. Oh, that's so hard to say.
Come on, baby.
So Dr. Ashton says, quote, there's more reinforcement between the parts of our brains that are involved in arousal and orgasm and the object or target that you're talking about. If you're talking about a preference, then that connection's weaker. And there you go.
The
I can't believe I said the A word on there.
A word?
Arousal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say it, baby. Say it right now.
No.
Come on.
I already said it once.
Arousal.
I can't do it again, honestly. I write books for children, Shaun. I write books for children.
In response to D. Harris's comment of there are people that get aroused by trees. I'm fairly certain that during my research today, I found a specific term for people who get aroused by trees. Unfortunately, it is not on the list I have right now. But I do have one that's arousal to wood.
To wood?
Carrie gets arousal to wood frequently.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. Arousal to wood is called xylophilia.
Am I supposed to look that up while you say it?
Well, no. I'm just telling D. Harris it could be one of the answers to her thing.
Oh.
Xylophilia.
All right.
But I think there was one that was more specific to arousal from trees.
I think xylophilia is indeed particularly a more general category, like you were saying, and it's just a fascination or attraction to nature.
Well, it says to wood on my thing. But...
Well, according to Urban Dictionary.
Well, that makes sense.
All right.
I mean, geez, you wouldn't want to walk into your local Home Depot and stuff.
Ooh, that's 2x4. Ooh, that's a hot 4x4. Ooh, look at that plywood.
They got a lot of stacks to dry hump, is all I'm saying.
That's terrible. What if you had a fetish just for Home Depot? I bet that exists.
Is that for orange?
I don't know. That's so weird.
Wide open spaces.
Aggie said, about now, if the sun broke through and got rid of the snow, I'd become a fetishista for that. I've got to tell you, Aggie,
For
living in New England.
So would we.
Yeah, so would we. And maybe that's the thing. See, Shaun makes fun of me because he thinks I get more randy in the spring.
What? Excuse me, what?
Nothing.
What did you say? No, what did you just say?
I said you make fun of me because you think I get more randy in the spring.
I do not make fun of you. And
he's just grateful.
Do. I mean, these exact words have come out of Carrie's mouth.
No!
What?
That word comes out of my mouth every night. No!
True that. That's not what I was going to say. Oh, you crack me up, baby.
That's right. We're still married. Okay.
Huh?
Nothing.
Anyways, baby, it's almost springtime. It's
been a hard winter, honestly.
You know, sometimes your numbers go up, sometimes they go down. In springtime, they go up.
Shawnee.
What, baby?
Why did you want to talk about fetishes? Maybe that's what we should.
Because I wanted something that would be interesting to the people, but we haven't really been talking about fetishes.
We've totally been talking about fetishes. We talked about where fetishes come from. I had quotes from Dr. Ashton. You talked about the fetish of wood, and you talked the fetish of sunshine, and now you're yawning again.
Titillagnia.
Okay.
Titillagnia.
Can you spell that one?
Titillagnia.
NIA?
NIA.
All right.
It's the arousal to tickling other people.
It's what?
The arousal to tickling other people.
Of tickling other people?
Tickling.
That makes me have a lot of doubts about my whole childhood with my parents, honestly.
Did you get tickled a lot?
John Bell says we need to turn up your microphone because people can barely hear you. Yell, Shaun.
That's because I'm going through Carrie's microphone.
And he's facing the wrong way.
I'll back up.
Hello.
Hey, baby.
Why don't you just turn around and be on my screen?
No. I need my own screen.
Joe Pagan asked if there's a fetish for sleep.
Yeah, there is.
What is it?
I don't know what it's called.
Shaunophilia.
Dreamonophilia.
Dreamonophilia.
If you're sleeping in bed with Shaun, Shaunophilia. For sure. Why you set me up like that, baby?
It's called somnophilia. It's
Yeah.
also known as the sleeping princess syndrome and sleeping beauty syndrome. I can't talk.
We got 2 of those in the house already.
No, we can't talk about our kids in this way.
No.
So, anyways.
Not fetish wise.
No. So, anyways, it's a paraphilia in which according to Wikipedia, this source of end all sources, in which an individual becomes, I can't see that, sexually aroused by someone who's unconscious. I think you might have that, babe.
Baby, we already talked about this in the previous goddamn podcast.
Language. Sorry.
There is.
You grew up Baptist and Pentecostal. How can you just shout out that Lord's name in a meeting like that?
There is. I'm going to ignore you. There is.
What else is new?
A fetish, if that's what you want to call it. Or it's a natural, scientifically proven bodily response that during sleep, there is a period of time when you become sexually aroused and you want to hump whatever's around you.
We have never talked
about that. Yeah, we have.
I have repressed that if we have ever
Folks, I'm going to find that. And it's going to be part of a baby podcast.
One, you just stuttered and you never stutter. And that's very intriguing to me.
It just means I'm aroused loud.
No.
Come on, baby.
No. Can we end the podcast?
No.
All right.
Not for a long time. 43 minutes.
Anyways, I don't think that's what Joe Pagan or somnophilia is about. It's basically a term that John Money, but Money.
John Mahaney?
No, not John. No, John Money. I'm assuming 1986. He created this term, and he described it as a syndrome, quote, of marauding predatory type in which erotic arousal and facilitation or attainment of orgasm are responsive to and dependent upon intruding upon someone who is unable to respond.
What's that called?
Somnophilia.
Oh, yeah.
And it could potentially progress to necrophilia.
What?
And therefore we enter the world of zombies.
Well, I've been into this for a long time.
What?
And I have no inkling to have sex with a dead person. So that guy is wrong. Or girl, whatever it is.
John Money.
He's wrong.
Chris Welsh said, I thought Carrie on a phone pole once and I just kept driving. I don't know what he's talking about.
Wait. I thought Carrie on a...
Christopher Walsh, I adore you, but I have no idea what you're talking about, and that's probably a good thing.
Did you have posters ever on the phone pole when you were running for state rep or whatever?
No.
Oh.
No. I did I passed out flyers.
Maybe he meant that he saw you on a phone pole. As like a repressed, abused female. And he just kept driving. I don't know.
All I know is Zaire said Saturday's morning is going well by listening to you live. Can you imagine being in India right now and this is the first thing that greets your morning?
No, I can't. I think I'd be depressed every day.
I know, poor Zaire.
Sorry,
buddy.
So sorry.
All right, so Brittany said this conversation reminds me of how you open your book Need, where the main character focuses on phobias.
Oh, yeah.
Brittany, I adore you and I love you, and you're so right. But that is such a better conversation than this one.
Every chapter of that book is a phobia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to write it.
Not a fetish, though. Carrie's next series of books is gonna be like Need, But instead of phobias, it's gonna be fetishes.
I don't think I can write that. I'm too uptight, man.
You're not that uptight, baby.
I'm pretty uptight, man.
Oh.
So uptight. I can see myself through the screen.
Tequila makes it
Sit up
clothes
straight.
come
Sit up straight.
off. What?
All right. So, anyways, Aggie says she loves us, and I don't know why. And I'm so sorry, Aggie, that you're even here, you poor honey. And I also said confession. I love calligraphy so much that movies and videos of it is bordering on that for me. It's so sensual. All the fetishes I know about, like foot and such, is just stuff that grosses our family out.
Okay. Stop right there.
Okay.
Because she said calligraphy. Isn't that like the real fancy writing?
Yes, baby.
But what's that got to do with feet?
It has nothing to do with feet. She's saying that she can have almost like that sensual reaction to calligraphy, like that beautiful writing and the swerve of the form.
It's nice and
yeah,
it's like swirly and
so I don't see me in the
screen. Man, I'm chipped. It's like swirly and smooth. It's got a sensual beauty to it.
Yes.
But so do some feet, like yours. They have a sensual beauty to them.
Oh, Shaun. Don't go there, buddy.
Baby, don't deny who you really are. Anyways, let's go.
On one of our postings about what we're going to talk about, one of your friends from high school, your bestie, John Bell, said, don't talk about sucking dirty ass toes. I don't think he said dirty ass. But, and all I could think was, oh, John.
Hey,
your best friend is into
in my defense, Carrie wears socks in the house 23 hours a day, every day of the week. So every night when we're laying on the couch watching some TV, and I take those socks off, and you got those teeny tiny, sexy little feet. Who could resist?
What if our children watch this someday?
Oh, well, hopefully we'll be deceased.
Oh my God. Oh, shoot. All right, so Dee says, mechanophilia is sexual attractions to machines, mostly cars. Shaun, didn't you talk about that a long time ago?
Yeah, we had a podcast about things you fall in love with, I think.
Yeah, you and Dee are always on the same wavelength.
Yeah, we pretty much are.
I know. You need to meet in real life. Anyways, so I think that this is really interesting. And I kind of wonder if like the Transformers era increased this fetish.
Oh, maybe. Not for me, though.
Do you have this?
No.
And I don't know about it?
No, I skipped, like, I was totally absent from Transformers of any kind.
I know, but are you attracted to machines?
Oh, no.
No?
No.
No? Sure?
Yeah,
our printer doesn't do it for you?
Time with this subject.
Are you sure our printer doesn't do it for you?
A what?
Our printer?
Maybe the big one. Maybe the big color one, but not the little one.
The coffee grinder?
No. Fuck no.
Language! All right.
Sorry. What man would be attracted to a coffee grinder? That is crazy.
Oh. How about the pasta maker?
Do we have a pasta maker?
Yes, we do. It's on the top shelf of the closet so that you can't get to it, you perv.
Anything that like shreds, grinds, presses, or anything is not acceptable in a man's world of fetishes.
Really?
Think about it. You
could be into pain.
I have a fetish. I want my penis to be run over by a car.
You could be. Some people have a thing about pain, babe.
Yeah.
Just because it's not you and who you are as a man doesn't mean that it's not what everybody's about as a man.
I know, but it means everybody else is stupid.
Oh my God. Shawnee's a little volatile tonight. So anyway.
Because Carrie won't let me express my true self on Facebook.
Because Chris Allard Bristol is already vomiting in their mouth.
I know. And that was so long ago. I really want to know what that was. That was 6 minutes ago.
I know. I'm really slow.
I want to know what she was talking about.
Dee says that you and You two are always on the same wavelength because you share a birthday, which means that I'm on the same wavelength as Justin Bieber because we share a birthday.
You go, girl.
And Harry Belafonte.
But you don't wear your socks up to your knees like Justin Bieber.
I could. Sometimes I do
Oh,
because
yeah,
that's one of your fetishes.
Pretty damn cute, actually. When you wear those socks up to your knees.
Exactly. All right, moving on. Sayer says, what type of machines? Like an excavator or something else? I feel like we may have already talked about that. I think
an excavator is pretty sexy, I gotta tell you.
It's like that country song. Sayer, I don't know if you've ever heard the song.
Tractor sexy.
Because you're not from the United States. But yes, Shaun just sang it, and it's called She Thinks My Tractor's Sexy. It really turns her on. Are the lyrics. What?
She's settling way below if she goes for a tractor rather than an excavator.
Is there a hierarchy of hot machinery?
Oh, hell yeah. A big enough excavator can go just about anywhere. The tractor can.
I don't know what I married. Okay. Chris says.
Sex machine.
Christine says, I once got into a high-end Land Rover and totally got turned on.
I would too. If I was able to ever get into a high-end Land Rover, I would get turned on.
Really?
Yeah, I'd be like that. Remember that year, like decades ago, that song, "Jizz in My Pants," like that. That'd be me.
Let's just have a moment of silence for our marriage.
Especially if it was a high-end Land Rover right-hand drive.
Oh my God.
Like it was authentic.
D says, OMG, I remember that song. I'm not sure if D is talking about the tractor sexy or jizz in my pants.
You know, I just want to make it clear that I didn't know that song until you introduced me to it.
Because it's amazing. It's an amazing song.
Same as Dick in a Box. I didn't know about that until you showed it to me.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to increase your learning.
You're here to... Never mind. You love me, baby.
D said, no, the one the talent was singing, which means Shaun, because he's known as the talent.
You made my week. Thank you. Oh, thank you for the cards, by the way.
Yeah, D sent me
You're the coolest.
Dee not only sent me a card for my birthday, she sent Shaun a card because it wasn't his birthday, just so he wouldn't feel left out. Didn't make me feel more special, but it did make Shaun feel good. And I guess that's all that matters in this world, is that Shaun feels good.
Yeah, now you're getting it, baby. Son of a bitch, it's finally sinking in. God,
D, I have listened to the I'm on a boat song, and it's one of my... Shaun! Stop swearing, buddy. We're on Facebook, and they're really pains in the butt about that.
Have they kicked us off ever before?
No, because no one has complained yet. But
don't
I feel
complain,
like
people,
tonight is the night.
Please don't complain. I can't help it. I was born in a trailer, and I don't know, Louisiana swamp.
Would you like to read your friend John Bella's comment, baby?
Yeah. Picture this. Hey, girl, I have this fetish. Would you whack my fireman with a wrench so I can see stars that last all night long? Yeah.
I don't even know.
Please don't do that to me, baby.
Kind of want to now. Kind of want to.
No.
I need to find a wrench.
No. My fireman's more of the, I don't know what kind. He's gentle liver though than that.
He's a gentle liver. All right. Anyways.
He's a dry hydrant and he needs a little priming.
Joe Pagan says, I feel dirty now. So do we all, Joe. So do we all. I think we should have a podcast, actually, babe, about country music songs.
What about?
Well, like, she thinks my tractor's sexy.
Okay, Are we gonna be strictly country, or are we gonna
Yes.
go delve into like southern rock?
No, we're gonna be. Well, there's a
No,
little
let's
bit of
be
a
strictly
crossover.
country.
Like
There's plenty of fodder there.
yeah, like the
Yeah.
keeps my tractor. Wait, she thinks my tractor's sexy
And
song.
then the John Deere Green song.
And then like that.
And then I stood in the corner behind the front door with my shotgun so I could kill my abusive boyfriend song.
All female
those,
country songs
right?
are that.
Yeah.
Or else they're about being a
We'll
prostitute
stick
because
to
your
country.
mama stole you into that.
Country.
But no, I was also thinking about that "Fishing in the Dark" song that I didn't realize what that meant. So apparently, there's a song that goes, "You and me going fishing in the dark, blah 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 blah."
There is definitely.
And I had no idea that fishing in the dark meant something entirely not fishing in the
dark. Well, usually it means you're going to go fishing for catfish.
But that's not what it meant.
Oh no, what does it mean, baby?
I'm not going to talk about it.
Really?
No, because we're on Facebook.
Oh my God. All right.
Well, but we should.
That was a waste of time.
No, everyone can go look it up. Y'all go look it up.
What fishing in the dark?
Fishing in the dark, man. And you'll go, oh, why did I ever sing along to that song? And that could be a fetish. Fishing in the dark.
It could be.
Mm-hmm.
If that's what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, man, you've killed everything now.
I killed the energy?
Everything I said.
Well, you bring it back, buddy. You're the talent.
All right. Frauderism.
What?
FROTTEURISM. Arousal to touching a stranger surreptitiously in a crowded place.
Okay, that's creepy.
Well, that seems awful offensive, doesn't it?
That's not right.
I know.
That's just creepy. That's like a psychiatric condition and a criminal offense all at once. Well, that's not a fetish.
It definitely could be a crime, sure.
How about we go back to nice, happy little fetishes?
How about
like,
this?
Oh, bunny socks.
Formicophilia. What?
What do you mean, what?
What did you say?
I said bunny socks.
Bunny socks?
Yeah, like nice, happy little fetishes. Like things that make you feel happy and warm inside. Like you want to do it. And you're like, oh, look, it's bunny socks. That's so cute. Or,
I'll tell you what, I've never thought that.
No, of course you didn't.
Do you like bunny socks?
Yes.
All right. Easter Day present right there.
Will you wear some for me?
Well, no, I'm going to buy you some.
No, that's not how it works. You have to wear them. And then I see them on your giant ass feet. And I'm like, ooh, sexy. Like that.
No, that's a fox sock. You wear the bunny socks. And then we can play it out.
That's not how it works for me.
Please don't eat me, Mr. Oh, eat me, Mr. Fox. Anyways.
I don't want to do this podcast anymore.
How about climacophilia?
How about first?
Climacophilia. That's the arousal to falling down stairs.
What?
How can you get aroused by falling down stairs?
I don't feel like it's our place to judge what turns other people on.
But if you're a man and you got a Woody and you fall down the stairs, it may not work out so good for you.
Well, it's not going to work out so well for anyone if they're falling down the stairs.
You never know.
All right, so Christine has a fetish for quilting fabric. I feel like that might be a thing.
I think we need some more. She said, or maybe an obsession.
Ooh. All right, the difference is?
The difference would be the sexuality of it, right?
Right, like the difference between...
Does it arouse you to quilt fabric, Christine?
Or does it just make you happy?
Does it just make you happy?
Right.
As Carrie said.
Yeah. And there's no shame. There's no shame in anything. However, I want to talk about quickly, in our attempt to be informative and not just Shaun having fun.
What? There's nothing greater than Shaun having fun. Come on, baby.
Most fetishes are allegedly multi-sensory experiences. And there's a million different reasons that people find certain things, that A word again, and the A word, arousing.
It's not arousaling. It's arousaling.
No, that's not a real word, baby.
All right.
So one person might be like, ooh, feet, because they like the way a foot looks. But another person might be like, ooh, feet, because feet represent something to them. And so the origin, even though people might even have the same fetish, the origin of those fetishes might come from different places, right? So they did this study. Are you listening? I feel like I lost you.
I was looking at that comment from somebody that you need to get rid of. Trust me.
Oh, all right. Let me go block them.
Yeah. Sorry, folks, but this person needs to be blocked.
Hey,
that was fast. Good job, baby.
Because I'm brilliant. But that's our first person that we've ever had to block.
I know.
I feel like we're really big time now.
That was fantastic.
I know. I'm proud of me.
You were so fast at it too.
I know.
Their thing was so fucking disgusting.
Language.
I would punch that person in the face if they were here in front of me right now.
He would, honestly.
I could beat them to death, probably.
Possibly.
Yeah.
But we're not pro-violence.
No, but we're... Oh my God.
Okay, their handle was I rape little boys and girls. So obviously they needed to be blocked.
They needed to die.
And probably also die.
Holy fuck.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
That's exciting in a weird, horrible way. But also, who creates that as their handle?
Oh my God. Was that you, Doug?
Doug Marshall's just like, hi, sorry I'm late. Did I miss anything naughty? Which is the worst timing. I'm so sorry.
Holy crap.
Okay, anyways, I've totally lost my train of thought. I was trying to be helpful and informative.
About what?
Fetishes, buddy. So basically, a study said that if you show straight guys images after images after images of boots, and then you put a naked lady, you show them boots, naked lady, boots, naked lady, boots, naked lady, and these are straight men, obviously, and you do that, right?
Yeah. Are you supposed to like the boots?
After a while.
You should be liking the naked lady.
After a while, because of the habituation and that pattern, they would just show them boots, and the guys would have some
arousal.
Yes,
arousal,
just from seeing those boots.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, baby.
But isn't that interesting?
It's very interesting because I would always prefer the naked lady. But I get it. I get it.
You're so uncomfortable.
I get it.
Oh boy. All right. Anyways, I think that's interesting because it shows that how we can be almost like programmed to have certain fetishes. And if you think about that in like the terms of a bigger culture, what that means, right?
Yeah.
And how different things about even male and female bodies throughout different decades or generations are considered sexy versus not sexy. Hairiness, sexy versus not sexy. Short, sexy versus not sexy. Super skinny, sexy versus not sexy. Curvy versus sexy, not sexy. And how you can almost program people to have those fetishes.
I totally agree with you because I think that if you go back far enough, like to the beginning of man versus
humanity
versus, fuck gorilla or whatever, none of that applied. It was all about reproduction. It didn't matter how much you weighed, if you shaved or not, because you weren't back in the day ever. Or, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
There was no standard other than the base thing of sexual gratification or procreation. Right?
Yeah.
And then now we've evolved into whatever we've evolved into. I don't really want to go there, but
it's just interesting.
You know what the modern day preference is?
It's just interesting, like, like in the 80s, let's say, skinny little white lady butts were like a thing.
Yeah.
And then the
And now it's like,
Kardashians.
bend over, I can set my cocktail on your ass, but
Yes, and the Kardashians created kind of that change and that fetish and that desire, right?
yeah.
And so it's interesting to me how media or just cultural things can program
I
us.
totally agree.
I think that we all need to think that people who have goofy voices that sound like a Muppet are sexy.
Yeah. Now I'm looking at Doug's comment right now. What did you say about boots that he misconstrued possibly?
I was saying how they showed a picture of boots and then a picture of a naked lady and then a picture of boots and then a picture of a naked lady, and how that made people, those subjects in the
I
experiment,
gotcha.
think that boots were sexy.
Yeah.
Boots.
Boobs are sexy for sure. But when you put your boots on, holy crap. Woo.
I have these red and green boots that everybody, back when we used to go out in public before COVID, everybody would always laugh at because they called them superhero boots. I love those boots.
Yeah, go down these comments real quick.
Boots with the fur?
Yeah, because Carrie's also got boots with the fur.
I do, but those are short and they're actually my daughter Emily's, and I just wear them.
But they got fur, plenty of fur.
They do have fur.
Yep.
They're Manitoba mucklucks, made by a great community in Canada. They're cool.
But they're real cat hair.
They're not cat hair. Oh my God. All right, Shaun, talk about fetish. Do you have any fetishes, babe?
Me?
Yeah.
You know what? I really don't. Do
Liar.
I?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, you like feet.
I like your feet. I'll be honest about it.
Do you like other people's feet? Because then it's a fetish.
I never liked feet besides yours.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I never
Aww.
wanted to suck on a toe until I saw yours, baby.
Okay,
How's that?
probably too much information, but also, it's adorable. That's
What?
adorable.
Well, you know it happens almost every night.
Doesn't happen almost every night.
It does too. We sit on the couch and we watch television. I take her socks off and then I start massaging her feet.
And then I say, "Don't touch my feet! Don't touch my feet!" Oh my God, no!
That's kind of a lie. And then pretty soon one of her toes is in my mouth.
Oh my God!
After like 15 minutes, he's like, "Oh no, stop, please."
He's lying.
Stop.
He's lying.
And then eventually I do.
He's lying.
I'm not.
That's the whole reason he lost a tooth. It was my toes.
No, it wasn't your toe.
And
I never lost a tooth.
Do you have any other fetishes?
No.
Really?
What do you think I have for another fetish?
I don't know.
If you tell me and you're right, I'll admit to it.
I don't know. Are you into people sneezing?
No, God, no.
People coughing?
No.
Cars?
No.
Brooms?
No.
Tractors?
No.
Bunny socks?
Only if they're yours and I get to take them off.
Or losing say, or he's feeling sleepy. You gotta amp it up, Shaun. Amp it up.
Oh
no. All right, so
I don't know how I can, to be honest with you.
According to the article on ABC. Whatever, fetishes are only harmful if they cause an individual distress. And there is actually a disorder, I can't even talk, categorized under the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, where if your fetish causes you issues and interferes with your normal life, then that's when it's an issue. But if it doesn't, you're all right.
I'm all right.
You're all right, man. You're all right. And so I think that's important because I think that there's so much shame, I say, as the person who didn't want to do this podcast, about things that make you the A word, the word I can't even say. Yeah, I have shame issues, apparently.
Oh my God, I'm so aroused right now, baby.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it because, as D. Harris says, balloons? But the point...
You know it.
So impossible. But the thing is, if your fetish isn't hurting you or anybody else, who the heck cares? Don't be ashamed of it. If you're into people in Canadian tuxedos, that's all right.
Don't tell me. That's all right.
If you're into tuxedos or tutus or people dressing up like a goat and going, bah, or is that a sheep? I don't even know. That's okay. It's all okay.
Oh, baby.
You get to be you, and as long as you being you isn't hurting you or anybody else, stop yawning. Then it's fine.
I wasn't okay.
Babe,
I yawned.
you're yawned.
I couldn't help it.
You were supposed to carry this podcast. You know that, right?
I tried.
You did.
I was on a roll and then you took over.
Go back on the roll. I'm with them.
What?
No.
Let's talk about goats again, baby.
Yep.
Because I know you have a thing for goats.
I don't have a thing for goats. I like donkeys.
Meh.
And elephants.
Well, okay, we'll go with elephants.
Elephants are so cute and they're so smart.
But
I don't like them that way. But they're
what?
really cute and smart. Babe.
What?
If you're going to be in charge of the podcast, you have to talk.
Really?
Oh my God.
Okay.
It's been a hard week.
I don't know how to say this. Canatronophilia. It's arousal to sex in front of mirrors.
Wait, what?
Arousal to sex in front of mirrors.
Oh, that's just like a Mark Wahlberg film from the early 2000s.
I know.
Yeah, that's all Marky Mark right there.
Here, I got one that fits you, baby.
No, you don't.
Anastemophilia.
I'm still back on the mirrors thing. Do you not? Can we hold on for a second?
No.
Yes! All right, so do you remember in the early 90s, 1980s, that time period where everybody's closet in the United States, they had these sliding doors of their closets in their bedrooms and they were just mirrors?
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
I think that was related to that fetish you just talked about.
Probably.
And then the really slimy people would have mirrors above their beds. Did you ever go to a friend's house and go in their parents' bedroom and there was a mirror above their bed?
No.
I did.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Who was that?
I'm not going to out them on, but I know.
I want to know.
No, I'm not going to out them and they're now 80-year-old parents. That's so uncool.
Okay, so do you think their parents still have a mirror above their bed?
Probably. I hope so.
I hope so too.
They're probably 87 years old now. And they're still woo, look at you go. Doug Marshall said, I used to wear a tutu, but I gained weight and had to switch to a 3-3. Oh, shoot.
Me too.
All right, now you can finish. Christine, I can't even read that out loud.
Back in the 80s, I thought it was tight. You probably were.
You were hot. You were so hot, Christine. I knew you. All right.
Everybody our age was tight in the 80s.
We're a good-looking group of humans. All right. So, continue on, Shaun, the talent who is carrying the podcast.
What? Okay. Oh, this is the one for you, baby. Anastemophilia.
What's that?
That is an arousal to a person of extreme stature, either giant or dwarf.
What? So
you.
Oh.
Oh, let me climb you like a tree.
Do you know?
Night.
All right.
I can't lay in bed at night without being felt like I'm a fucking avocado tree and some monkey's trying to climb me to pick my fruit.
Language.
Sorry, gosh, dang it.
All right, so I once was at a grocery store And this woman was like, when Shaun and I were like just starting to be a couple and not just friends. And this woman, he was like a really small, very prim and proper, polite woman, like the upper crust of Ellsworth, Maine society, said to me, "Are you seeing that tall police officer?" And I was like, "Shaun? Yeah." And she's like, "Ooh, he's a tree I would like to climb." And I was just like, "What?"
And that stuck with you forever.
Forever.
Because you repeated it a lot.
Because, like, well, to you, because who would A, say that to someone else about their boyfriend? But a tree you'd like to climb? This is why I can't write romance novels, because I can't think that way. Hey, baby, you're a tree I like to climb.
You can do it.
Shaun has called me his little monkey before, though.
Oh, yeah.
He has. Sayer says cats
She's
are
always
cute.
after the banana.
I never made that connection. Dee said she's heard someone say that before and it was weird. It is weird. It was weird. We were in the frozen food section of the grocery store.
It totally depends on the context. The context. Well, it's weird.
It was weird. I remember just standing there by all the frozen food. Somebody's moving around us to get to the pre-made appetizers and being like, oh, what? Tree you'd like to climb? Tree, what do I do? How do I respond to that? What is the appropriate human response to that? I had no idea what to do.
Hey, I just want to tell you that I am basically a pre-made appetizer.
Oh, jeez, crap. Doug said, some people like to film themselves, allegedly.
Allegedly. But that's just for home use, man. Carrie's never going to show you any of it.
I have never filmed myself doing anything other than
she knows, huh?
this.
What, baby?
What?
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 Huh?
I heard what you just said.
What did I say?
That she knows of.
I didn't say that.
You did.
I did not.
I have this recorded.
I'm just teasing, baby.
Dee said that she has a friend who said her boyfriend was a eucalyptus tree and she was the koala.
That's how it works, man. You girls, sometimes you like to climb a tree.
You wish, baby, you wish.
What? Okay.
Anyways.
Tomorrow, look for the video, folks.
No.
Okay.
We'll be looking a long
time. Because the
time.
podcast doesn't come out tomorrow. But when this thing comes out, the day after, look for the video.
Babe, do you want to talk about my fetishes and not just about your own self-aggrandizing?
Well, maybe that's one of my fetishes.
Self-aggrandizement?
No, you climbing me, baby.
All
right. Autoplusophilia. Think about it. You can tell me what that is. Autoplusophilia.
They like teddy bears.
Arousal to oneself dressed as a giant cartoon-like stuffed
animal. So it's furries.
Yeah, basically, but you're aroused by yourself, not by the other furries.
Oh.
It says arousal to oneself.
Huh. I once went to. All right, so as we all know, I am a very sheltered, stupid person.
That's not true at all. But it was.
It is
not anymore, but it was.
Shaun's trying really hard. But I went to this conference once that my publisher sent me on in Oklahoma for a book tour, right? And this is sadly all I think about when I think about Oklahoma now. No offense to Oklahoma. And at this conference that I went to, everybody, I wish Steve Waddell were here tonight because he can attest to this, but everybody, other than the authors, everybody at the conference attending, like thousands of people, were dressed up as furries. I had never seen a furry before. And they were.
I wish I would have been there.
Half the people were furries, honestly. I just kind of lied. And another good percentage of them were dressed up like Klingons from Star Trek. And I was like there wearing my like little Liz Claiborne kind of outfit suits, like looking like a hi, I'm an old cheerleader from Maine. And it was so bad. I have never not fit into anything before this much in my entire life. And I called my agent. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't fit in. Do I need a suit? Do I need to pretend to be a squirrel? And he was like, do you need me to send a helicopter? I can come get you. You want me to come? Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do because I had never been in like that environment before. And then Steve Waddell, who eventually that's where we met, and he eventually became my co-author for a couple books, and he's awesome. He was like, Carrie, you can't go into any room alone. Don't ever go into any room without somebody there chaperoning you. And it was amazing. And he was just like, this is all everybody's fetish. It's everybody's fetish. Follow me, stay behind me, don't let go of my t-shirt. And like we moved through these halls full of people dressed like furries, and they all had the best time. They all had the best time, and there's nothing wrong with dressing up like a furry or a Klingon and having a good time.
Did you see a bunch of red rockets from the furries?
Yeah, I saw a couple.
Red rockets?
Yeah, if that's what I think you're thinking. Yeah, yeah. It was very, very different. No, Christine Allard, the video does not include toe sucking because there is no video.
Well, maybe, like I said, Carrie doesn't know.
There's no video.
So maybe it does.
Sayer says, I have a friend in my school. Some of them tell him koala juice. I don't know if I want to know what that's about. And Dee said, whenever I think about Oklahoma, I think about the musical Oklahoma. And that used to be me, Dee. That's you.
That's a safe bet.
That's a safe bet. Shaun's still yawning. And then Christine said, I once went to a Cure concert dressed like an LL Bean ad. I totally didn't fit in.
Be an outsider. Be an outsider. That's their slogan nowadays.
Yeah, you gotta
so
be you.
You're probably gonna fit in great.
Yeah. Babe, do you want to close up the podcast and say something about fetishes?
What?
It'll keep you from yawning.
What?
Nothing. Do it loudly so John Bell can hear.
Chasmophilia. Chasmophilia. An arousal to caverns, crevices, and other valleys.
That's how you're closing the podcast?
What? That's like the base of the base right there. An arousal to other valleys.
Oh my gosh. Hey.
What?
Thanks for listening to Loving the Strange and spending time with us. Hopefully we won't be kicked off of
Facebook
forever.
They're not going to kick us off at all.
But also, thank you for being with us as we blocked our first awful human being.
Oh my God, that fucking asshole.
Language! Oh my God!
I can't help it. I already said the word like 3 times, so what's the point?
I'm a kid's book author, babe. I'm a kid's book author.
You know what? People love you, baby.
Not now. Not when they all think that I let you suck my toes.
But you do.
I do not.
Okay.
Is lying.
All right. I have to take control and do it by force. I'm not going to lie.
Anyways, Shaun and I have had a very horrible last week. Even though we were on vacation.
We've had like the last few days.
Yeah, and so thank you all for being with us because we're barely making it through. And
I'm doing better than Carrie, apparently.
Apparently, as always. But we really, really, really appreciate you being here and hanging out with us.
Yeah, we do. We appreciate you very, very much.
As we meander through our explorations of weird, weird things.
Can I just say thank you, D. Harris, for the birthday card and the non-birthday card. And thank you, John Bell, for your hospitality when we were down in Florida.
Yay, John Bell.
And thank you all for being here tonight.
We appreciate it.
I'm going to go suck on Carrie's toe.
No, he's not. He's not.
I will.
No, you're not. Have a great night and have a good next week.
Have a great week.
We'll try to have a better podcast next Friday.
Oh, that's gonna be hard to do, baby.
Oh, I think that'll probably be one of the easiest things we do.
Be
this
hard
month.
to do, baby.
Lie.
Thank you for listening to Loving the Strange. Please be sure to like and subscribe. And remember, embrace the strange. New episodes every Saturday, live streaming Fridays. Go get your strange on, friends. Thanks for listening.